Hey, also this is the Starbound Extermination event. This is a Dark Slayer event and Beast Killer. So what I'm trying to do here is make up enough teams so I can take down the prismatic multi-bosses. The first team here, that's my main Dark Slayer team. The Dark Commander team here does pretty good damage as well. Water Slayer team, not bad. Good enough to take down a prismatic level. Then I'll just need 2 more teams after this, which I don't currently have. So let's talk through the teams that I have, starting with the Dark Slayer team. First card on this team is Ruthless Power Hunters. This has a decent increase to Dark Slayer damage, 315%. Moonblessed Monarchs, this is kind of essential. Gives a 560% damage buff to the 1 card. Giant Clans Unleashed. This has a huge self-damage increase, which is why it's on the team. I'll try and awaken this to 5 levels when I can. It's still pretty good at 2 levels of awakening though. Starbound Exterminators. This is the event ultimate form. This creates 15 dark power gems plus upgrades by 3 ranks, so creates a lot of power gems, plus has a permanent increase to Dark Slayer damage of 200%. Striped Sovereigns. This increases Dark Slayer damage by 150%. Creates a few power gems as well. There we go. Then for the relics, the first relic here. This is just my best Dark Slayer relics, with a couple to break the shields at the end. So nothing too exciting here. Here's one of the Beast relics. Then the second one here. There we go. Then the Dark Commander team, you can see over here, this was doing really good damage in testing. 600Q. It's a good option, mainly because the middle card, 6 pink stars, 5 times awakened. The team consists of Frontier Mavericks. This increases Dark Commander attack by 1500%. Draconic Pantheon. This gives the next Dark Commander a 550% damage buff. Lost Covenant. Converts, increases self-damage by 300%. Creates power gems as well. You can see here, the reason it does good damage is because of the pink stars and the awakening. Covenant of the Eclipse, another decent damage increasing card. Increases Dark Commander damage by 300%. Plus increased slightly based on the ultimate heroes on the team. Then Nightmares of the Tropics. Increases Dark Commander damage by 285%. Right, and then for the relics. My Dark Commander relics are some of the best I have, so these are all pretty good relics. My main GVG attack team is also dark, which explains why these are all leveled up. There we go, this is what I have anyway for the Dark Commander relics. They help increase the damage quite significantly, I would have thought. Then the Water Slayer option over here, that's something else you can try if you have these cards. Leviathan's Hairs is the first card. This increases Water Slayer attack by 1300%. Then Holiday Saints, an essential card, gives the next water hero to activate their battle skill a 500% damage buff. Summons of the Dance. This converts, creates water power gems, increases self-damage. This is 5 times awakened, 5 pink stars. That helps with the damage a lot. Wings of Valor. This increases Water Slayer damage by 330%. Then finally, Frontier Titans, with a not so good 130%, but it is a Beast Killer card. And the relics on this team, similar to the previous sort of teams, best Water Slayer relics with enough to break the shields. Nothing too exciting here. There's one of the Beast relics. That's an old Immortal one. There's the other of the Beast relics. Another Beast relic just because I can, really. I probably should swap around the relics on this team, put Cater's Bow instead of one of the Beast relics. There are other options. The Freedom Fighters could potentially be good if you use High Performance Unit Area. The reason this card is so good is because of the battle skill bonus attack. It says it does 100% of the damage, but with battle boost it's 500%, and that can do some really good damage. And High Performance Unit Area over here. You'll need to take a hit to get this to work though, so probably not the best option for Slayer, but gives a 2500% boost to attack, so after you've taken a hit, boosts up that Immortal Killer attack, and if you have an Immortal Killer hitting card, you should do some nice damage. And there we go, that's the teams I have available, plus some ideas. So let's get on with the actual event. Here we go. Alright, so here we go with the actual event. There's a boss at the top of the screen that no one seems to be attacking, so I'm going to give that a go. I'm going to use my main Slayer team here. Flatline is not really a skill that will cause too many problems, plus the other bosses have Siphon as well. Alright, so here we go. Let's see if I can get MVP on this boss. So very easy to use team, just go left to right. The damage is normally pretty decent. Minimum of 500 Q at the absolute lowest. Normally does a lot more than that though, so let's see what this does. Yeah, and that's quite a good board as well. 3 loose power gems from the main match. You can see 1.3 on the middle card. That's pretty good damage. I'll try and get another attack going to get MVP on this. You can see though, this is a pretty good team. Can be used on the very first turn. That's always good. Does good damage as well. Right. Now to go left to right again and hopefully finish off the boss or get close to defeating the boss. We'll see though in a minute. I think this is the best activation order as it has the best chance of getting power gems loose from the main match like I just had there. Then just match the highest 2 power gems. That's a very good hit. 2.1 Q. I think that may have been my biggest hit so far. Right, so this time around I'll try my Dark Commander team here. This boss is also locked as well, so I can take my time with it a bit more. Alright, here we go. This could also be a useful team for the Slayer Showdown bosses if it does reasonable damage here. Plus for the multi-bosses as well. If I can get around 200 to 300 Q out of this, I will be happy. Then that will be a multi-boss option. I could try my Water Slayer team as well. See how much damage that does. Not a bad board. 1 loose power gem. Not exactly spectacular though. Let's see the damage. Oh! 616.6 Q. That's absolutely amazing for a commander team. Okay, I wasn't expecting that much damage. That should easily get through a multi-boss level. So I think we've seen all we need to see with this team. That's definitely a good option to try out. And now for the Water Slayer team. If I can get decent damage out of this, I will be able to take 3 levels of the prismatic. Then I'll just need to make up 2 more teams, which I may be able to do. Maybe something around the Freedom Fighters and High Performance Unit area. Right, here we go. Right, here we go. So if I can get at least 200 Q out of this, it should be decent on a prismatic multi-boss. We will see though as I attack the boss. This is a pretty standard Slayer team that I sometimes use for all events. How much damage can I get out of the team though? That's the big question. Right, that's not the best board if I'm being honest. Nothing loose from the main match. Damage is still pretty reasonable though. 131.2 0.9Q. I'll just do another hit with that. See if I can get a better board. That board wasn't very good. Yeah, this is looking quite promising though. 3 teams that can do reasonable damage. I just need to make up 2 more. If I had that Fire Slayer option that many players use, that would be a really good one. I'm sure there's other options as well. Right, I'll do one more hit with this, then quit out. We'll be done with the team testing then. Also, Flatline has been removed, which, even though Flatline isn't exactly a difficult skill, it's nice to see it cleansed. A slightly better board than before. Let's see the damage. 166.9. Yeah, not bad. It'll take a bit of time to take down the boss with this team, but it's still an okay option, doing a bit more damage than I was expecting. The Dark Commander team was really good, so that's definitely something I will be using for the multi-bosses. Right, that's the team testing done. Right, so let's move on to the Slayer Showdown feature. You can see here, you get bosses, you get limited keys, you just try and take the boss to as high level as possible. Now sometimes you get commander gems to spawn for these bosses, so I'm just going to try out my commander team on this. Let's see what happens. Should still do decent damage anyway, even without commander gems. Now I think that's been changed. A while back he used to get the commander gems, but not anymore. What I'm going to do is quit out just as the attack hits, so the boss is locked at this point. Then I'll probably use my Slayer team for further levels of the Slayer Showdown bosses. There we go. And I'll come back to that later on. Right, the leaderboard's over here. View the rewards, and this is what you get from Slayer Showdown. You can see here GVG related stuff. We scroll down. The rewards are not exactly spectacular, but the trophies from the bosses will probably make them worthwhile if you are competing for a good solo position. So that in itself is probably a reason to defeat these bosses. There we go, that's the feature anyway. Right, let's go over to the collection. This time around, it's a collection for Alma, I believe. You got the Pentaric shards and other skull items, whatever they're called. Right, let's go ahead and just claim this anyway. Right, there we go, that's that claimed. Support coins. More support coins. There's the treasure trove. That's that done. Now to have a look at what it is this time around. Over to the leagues page, and it is a Light Warden. Anthrax Queen, okay. Defender skill, counterattack. That's not a bad defender skill. So maybe one to use, but you will need it in a mixed defense. Light Wardens are generally pretty easy to defeat. Dark teams have always been popular in GVG. That's what it is anyway this time around. A nice counter-attack defender skill. Now over to the Ultimates page. I will evolve the support hero. Take it up to 6 stars, then see what I get from random bonus hero. Alright, there we go, that's that done. Let's craft this hero and see what I get. Always interesting. Oh, that's part of an old ultimate form. Right, there we go, that's that done. I can't evolve the hero half that I got, so to speak. So let's have a look at the ultimate form. Starbound Exterminators is the event ultimate form. So this creates quite a few power gems, plus has an upgrade of 3 ranks. So this may pretty much fill up the entire board when you use it. And a couple of other passives as well. The most important one is the permanent increase to Dark Slayer damage, 200%. That's the main selling feature of this card, the damage boost. Then we have the flatline and siphon counters at the bottom. There we go, that's what the event ultimate form looks like. Pretty decent one for all the power gems it spawns, but a lower damage boost than some of the previous ultimate forms, so just be aware of that if you do get this. A little bit different if you are just going to get the one card. Cassia Stardust is the better out of the two cards. This is the card that has the damage boost. You can see here, permanently increases Dark Slayer damage plus creates the power gems, so doesn't have the upgrade skill but has the important skills, and that would be the one to get if you were just going to get the one card. And there we go, I'm pretty much done with this video now. I hope you found that interesting and enjoyable. As always, if you do have any questions or suggestions regarding this, please let me know in the comments and I'll do my best to help. If you did enjoy this video, please do give it a like and subscribe to the channel. Subscribing is always very much appreciated. I've included a previous video on the screen, plus a playlist, plus you can also subscribe from here if you want to do so. And thanks for watching.